Hello and welcome to the fourth video in our series on Eric Sloane's Diary of an Early American Boy, Noah Blake, 1805. In this video, my dad and I are going to explore whether, as Eric Sloane believed, tools are a form of art. We'll show you examples from our own collection and hopefully inspire you to look at tools differently.
My collection is not a collection of implements as much as it is a collection of works of art. Many of the pieces would actually win merit in any gallery of sculpture, for when a man creates something, he has become a designer, often an artist. Eric Sloane, 1962.
For a long while, I have collected early American wooden tools, those things that pioneer people fashioned at home. It seems like they put so much themselves into these implements that just being with them is like being with the people who created them. Closing our hand around a worn wooden hammer handle is very much like reaching back into the years and feeling the very hand that wore it smooth. Eric Sloane, 1962.
Most of today's tools have the cheapness of mass production. The old handmade tools often had design that made them examples of fine art. Eric Sloane, 1964.
The lines of the early tools were traditional, functional, honest, beautiful, in a harmonious simplicity. Eric Sloane, 1964.
The early implement was also a piece of art as much as the work it fashioned, for the worker designed his tools too. Eric Sloane, 1964.
An extraordinary awareness of life and time permeated our early days. When something was made and the maker was satisfied, it wasn't complete until his mark and the date was added. Nowadays, things are almost obsolete before they leave the drawing board. How lucky we are that so many of the old tools and the things that were made with them were dated in touch with a craftsman's art. Eric Sloane, 1964.
One of the finer pieces in a recent showing of modern art was a piece of steel that curved like a bird's wing. It was set into a square block of wood, and its title in the catalog was number 1760. The artist had even more an honest sense of beauty than a sense of humor, for if you look closely and with an informed eye, you could recognize the piece as the head of an early American goose-wing broadaxe. In the back of the blade, the year 1760 had been marked, which, of course, explained the title. To many it was at first the most beautiful piece of art there, but when they learned it was only an old axe head, they felt it as if they'd been hoaxed. How, after all, could an axe head be considered a work of art? Eric Sloane, 1964.